Great morning, great morning, great morning, great morning. It's time today for the merry well. Hey, great morning, great people. It is Sierra J. Exantis, and I teach women how to date well so that they can marry well. And I wanted to come to you all this morning, happy Friday, after what I want to say is like a month and a half, maybe 2 months of just a social media break that I have taken. And it has been quite amazing, might I say. But I wanted to come to you all with something that's really been on my heart. And it is just regarding the state of our relationships. I recently saw a video clip of Wendy Williams' response to Tabitha Brown's retiring her husband. You know, God has really been blessing Tabitha Brown and her family. And I know firsthand what the obedience to God, Heavenly Father, Jesus Christ, I know firsthand what obedience to Him can really do in a person's life, in a relationship. And I know what disobedience can produce as well. But what I can say is that after having watched that clip of how Wendy Williams responded to such a noble act of love from a woman who clearly is living her best life and has, allowed the fruits of her labor to trickle down and penetrate onto her family. And I was going to say let's not, but let's talk about her husband, Chance. I don't follow them often, but when I catch a Tabitha Brown clip, it blesses my soul, honey. Anytime, because this woman is really the epitome of what I think most of us out here in the world are looking for in terms of peace, joy, love, happiness, just the radiating great energy and all things wonderful. But her husband, let's talk about this. A lot of people I've seen, including Wendy Williams, and I saw another content creator. Apparently, she had an issue with it too. But I know this particular woman doesn't look like she resonates anything healthy relationship wise. So I won't even mention her name. But I mentioned Wendy Williams because it was something that was really, popular. Women, we don't recognize healthy relationships because we have damaged discernment from allowing people to play with us, allowing the devil to play in your head, play in your hair, and get too close to your ear and your mind about relationships, about what real love looks like, allowing ourselves to move too fast, allowing ourselves to get the opinions of the wrong sources, allowing ourselves to move away from God. We don't even recognize what genuine love and healthy relationships look like, and we think it's something wrong with it when we see it. It's like you want it, but when you see an example of it, you want to bash it. And you can't have both. You can't do both. We have like this warped sense of wisdom. I can't even really call it wisdom, but I guess our experiences have taught us to have our guards up in a lot of ways, but it's also really tainted our ability to discern what is real and what is fake. Because when I look at the clip of Tabitha Brown retiring her husband, all I could do was smile literally from ear to ear and have my heart be so full because number one, I'm coming from a place of knowing and experiencing firsthand what real love is. So I know what real, and I'm not talking about real love, something that you don't accumulate it in a year, 2 years, 3 years, not even 4 or 5 years. I'm talking about real love over the course of years. And I think she and her husband, they got maybe 23, 24 years. I think, I'm not sure, but I know they've been together for a while. My husband and I are coming up on our 10-year marriage anniversary in exactly 1 week. Today, July 9th, okay, is our 10-year wedding anniversary. We've been together for a total of 18 years, and it has been joy and bliss. So when I watched that clip of Tabitha Brown saying that she was retiring her husband, that was nothing but love and really a source of inspiration for me because I know how wonderful it must feel to be able to do something like that for a man who has supported you, loved on you, nurtured you, cared for you, carried the family while you pursued your dreams. That has to be an amazing feeling. As for so many women to look at that, I won't say so many, but for those who do look at that as oh girl, you take care of a man and oh my gosh, and girl, what's going on? For women who look at it like that, I can guarantee almost you are coming like you. How do I say this? There is no doubt in my mind that these women are coming from a place of brokenness. You see things different when you're coming from a lens of a healthy relationship than you do when you're coming from a lens of somebody who has never elevated beyond a sexual relationship. And you can be married and your relationship don't amount to nothing but sex, if that. You can be single and your relationship don't amount to nothing more than sex. And so it's sometimes, like I say, not even that. Because some women, and unfortunately a great many of us, are not coming from understanding what real love is. We're not coming from a place of knowing what healthy love is. So much so that when we see it, our radar for what is real is defective. We don't know. And we want to look at it like, oh, poor thing. She just don't know what she's doing. Honey, Tabitha is happy. I don't know her personally, but just from my discernment alone, coming from a healthy relationship where I am loved on a daily, yes, I am flexing. Yes, I am, because there's so many people can flex about all the pain and trauma and all that they don't been through. I feel like I can flex when I say I've been through joy. I've been through an amazing man treating me like I'm supposed to be treated as a queen. I have been through and am still going through. If you want to say, oh my God, woe is her. Woe is her, or how do you say it, child? Oh, woe is me. I have been through and experienced firsthand what that real love feels like. And it feels damn good. Oh my God. So much so that just reveling in it for the past 2 months where I've been on my social media break, it's just been like, oh, I don't even want to get back on social media, you know. But it's amazing. And I genuinely pray that most women get to experience that. However, I know the reality is that most women more than likely are going to go to their grave and never understand what that is. Never understand what it is to be more than a jump off. Never understand what it is to be more than just a woman with a bag, you know, financially in a Gucci and a Fendi or whatever, but never really having a relationship of substance, a relationship where her heart is handled with such love and care and joy by the man that she is with. I get that most women will never experience that, and that saddens me every time I think about it. But what I will say is this. Number one, Stop judging the things that you have no idea about. You have your experience. Happy people like Tabitha Brown have theirs. You know what you've gone through, what you've been through, what you've experienced. I'm not saying Tabitha Brown hasn't gone through things. I'm sure she has. I know I have. I've gone through traumas too, so don't get it twisted when I say I've experienced love and joy and all this. And that's why I could really appreciate it, because I've been through, the opposite. That's why, I can really appreciate the joy. And I have no doubt that Miss Tabitha Brown and her success is really a testament of what is possible. This lady comes from a humble place. She comes from a place of just a feel good place. Her joy resonates, and you cannot deny that. So for you to look at her doing such a noble and amazing act, such as retiring her husband, as something negative or something, that, oh God, she's emasculating him and all this. I heard some of the craziest things. Tabitha Brown got the right idea of how you do this thing called real, genuine, loving relationships. It's the rest that need to understand and get it together. And I will leave you with this. If you want something real, you got to start being real with yourself. Real with your traumas. Real with the things that you have been through. You got to be real about what you really want. Stop listening to this person and that person and people who have no relationship in sight. And a lot of them, like I said, nothing more than a jump off. They've never experienced nothing greater than being up under the bed of somebody who has not covered them mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, financially. They've never been covered by a real man, a husband. Stop listening to those people, because they don't know. But the first thing, you got to get real with yourself. Every woman knows the reality of what she experiences on a day-to-day basis, and if that is genuine love and happiness, or that is something else. Okay? So you can't fake happiness for but so long. Okay? 24 years. Instead of critiquing this woman, y'all need to be taking notes. Okay? And like I said, in exactly a week, me and my amazing husband of 10 years, boo thing for 18 years, will be celebrating an amazing, loving relationship. And I don't say that as a brag, although it is a flex. Because like I said, y'all can flex about this foolishness, I can flex about what's real on my end too. And guess what? I want the same for you. But I want more for us, and I want better for us. But if you want better for yourself, you got to get real with yourself. That's the first thing. A lot of people thought I was crazy when I said, women, y'all got to stop having sex before you understand what you're dealing with. Oh, I can do what I want. Women's rights and sexual liberation, this and that, whatever. This, that, and the third. Y'all, sexual liberation is the greatest bondage on so many levels that y'all don't even realize what it's doing to you. You don't see what it's doing to your discernment. You don't see what it's doing to your wisdom. You don't see what it's doing to your body. You don't see. Quit letting the devil play in your hair. Quit letting the devil play in your head. Okay? Like they say, in all thy getting, get understanding. Understand what you want and who you are. Take sex off the table for a moment to get some clarity. Because so many people are so over sexualized in this crazy culture that we live in, that I'm starting to see the remnants of it, and I've seen it for a while, but I'm starting to really it's starting to be very pronounced, the remnants of what no sexual accountability looks like. It's looking toxic. It's looking sad. It's looking like there is no value. We don't have any, it's looking like we don't have value. We are casting our pearls to swine, and it is affecting our ability to see clearly. Okay? Because when you have that, when you are involved with somebody sexually, I don't want to get too much into it, but let me just say this: when you're involved with somebody sexually, before you even understand who you're dealing with, you start catching these feelings. This person start blowing you off and treating you all kinds of bad, and you have to run behind them and see if dealing with and who they not dealing with, and you just upset and you angry. This cycle, it starts to play with your mind so much to the point where you don't even know a real genuine relationship when you see it. I really believe that abstinence will be the great equalizer that we need, because the byproducts of this feminist and sexual liberation, how it's showing up in how we think as women, and what we think is real, what we think we're looking at versus what we're actually looking at. It's crazy. It's crazy. I know I've done a lot of rambling on, but anyways, I just had to come on here and say that. And I hope you guys have an amazing day. And remember, you gotta take what Mary will. Bye.